Spring is a time for an oil change. You may be thinking about changing your oil now that the weather is getting warmer and it's more comfortable to remain outdoors for longer than 5 minutes. This spring is a good time to have an oil change because it can give you a good indication of how your engine performs during the winter months. And it can help you recognize when to change your driving habits. It can help your car last longer and maintain good fuel efficiency. Whether you do it yourself or you hire a mechanic, you should make sure that you have this important task done on a regular basis to extend the life of your car and stretch your purchase dollar. What does an oil change do? Well, the oil change is removing dirty oil, replacing it with clean oil, and replacing oil and air filters. The dirty oil contains dirt, debris, and other particles that entered the oil via a poor filter or accidental human introduction. This dirt clogs the filter, and it's carried throughout the engine. This debris adheres to the surfaces that are gliding against each other, and it creates friction. The friction causes extra heat that can produce stress in the metal. The sharp edges of the debris scratches the surface of the opposing surface. These scratches can add to the stress and cause additional wear to the engine. Further neglect of changing the oil can cause the oil to become too polluted and thick to flow, causing the engine to blow a gasket and lock up. An oil change will prevent this from happening. What are the basics of an oil change? Well, you need a special oil wrench to complete this, but other tools are common in any toolbox. You're going to need to remove the oil pan from underneath the car and drain out the old oil from the engine. Be sure to find a recycling center or auto supply store that accepts used oil or dispose of it in an environmentally friendly manner. You should make sure that the seal around the plug is intact and clean before you reinstall. After draining, change the oil filter. Have a container nearby when you remove it because it may still have some oil inside of it. Before installing the new filter, make sure that the seal around the filter receptacle is intact. When you install the new filter, smear some clean oil around the seal and place it in the receptacle and tighten using the filter wrench, but don't over-tighten. Make sure you have the right amount of oil and slowly add each container to your engine. Use the amount recommended by the manufacturer. Why is spring a good time? Spring's a good time for an oil change because it gives you a chance to check on the condition of your engine after the winter season. Winters in the northern states can be brutal with chilling temperatures, snowstorms, and black ice. Your oil can give you an indication of the health of your engine. If you notice the oil is a bit dirtier than usual, then you can find out the cause of the problem that may have developed since your last oil change in the winter. If you only used your car rarely or occasionally during the winter, you can benefit from checking your oil in the spring. However, if you use a different weight or type of oil in the winter than you do in the spring, then you should regularly change your oil every spring. You can always consult your mechanic for further advice.